Welcome back to the Infinite Life podcast. This week, we are going to take a journey with Isaiah. Now, Isaiah has been a guest on season 1 and season 2, I think it was, of the podcast. And she is the honorary most listened to podcast for her Mintaka past life regression. And her session was the inspiration for this entire season. So today's episode, Isaiah took up the challenge again. And I said to her, Isaiah, you've already gone back to a planetary past life. Are you willing to try again and see where else your mind stream can take you? And she was. And the interesting thing was, the thing that makes this episode different to all of the previous episodes in this series is that we conducted Isaiah's Spirit Releasement Therapy session first before we conducted the Starseed session. So Isaiah was invited to participate in both season 4 and 5, and we conducted the Spirit Releasement session first. Now, we haven't shared any of the spirit releasement sessions yet because that is going to be a whole season in itself, season 5. However, what you need to know for today's session is that in the spirit releasement session, we found a device that was implanted. And that device was implanted as a protection device from her mother, who called herself Glock. So before we go any further with the Starseed lifetime, I think it's really important that we take a glimpse into the spirit releasement season just to hear how we met Glock, so you can understand the emotion that has driven why we went straight to and specifically requested to go back to the lifetime where Glock was Isaiah's mother. So it's different to the other sessions where we said, okay, let's ask the spirit guide to come and transport you. In this session today, we ask for Glock to become present and then take us back to her planet. But I'm just going to let you now, firstly, hear the spirit releasement process. This is just an excerpt from Isaiah's session, and you'll be able to hear the full spirit releasement session next season. And then we will jump into traveling to the Starseed interplanetary lifetime. Now, I would like you to identify, please, if there are any other spirits here today.
I'm not sure.
So do a body scan. Feel to see if there is anywhere that feels discomfort, anywhere that you can sense a color, a shape, or an emotion. Or it may even be something that feels hard or dislodged, or something that you can hear ticking.
Seems to be something stuck in my belly area, like lower belly. I'm not sure.
Okay. Archangel Michael, could you please confirm if it's either an entity or a device, please?
The word that comes is device.
Okay.
So I guess it's Michael talking.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Michael. So, Isaiah, what we're going to do forth now is we're going to call forth the galactic being who owns the device that is implanted in your lower abdomen. So, dear galactic being, friend of Isaiah, who has implanted this device in Isaiah's body, please step forward and claim your device. I wish to speak to you. You can be assured that we come in peace. And I would like you to identify yourself, please. I know that you speak a different language to me, but in human terms, tell me how you would like me to refer to you today, please, so I can be respectful.
Glock.
Glock. Okay, thank you for being here, Glock. Now we're going to confirm that this is your device. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the color of the light from where you come?
Orange.
Orange. Okay. And what was the reason for the implantation of the device? Is it a monitoring device?
No,
No. Okay. What type of device is it?
it's a safety device,
Safety device.
protection thing.
Protection. Okay. And why does Isaiah need it? Where did you put it in there?
She was going to travel far. She needed protection. We thought she needed protection.
So that means that she's had a lifetime with you in your location. Is that correct?
She's my daughter.
Your daughter. Thank you for identifying that. And have you traveled a long way today?
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you for making the journey. We appreciate that. And what I wanted to let you know is that I know that you love her dearly and you were doing this for her safety and her protection. But we are here to remind you, and you may look in my eyes for my authority to see the soul origin, that it is now against the universal laws of sovereignty and the laws of sovereignty in the earth to have any devices. What has happened since you have actually implanted that device is that humankind has now evolved and we can speak light language to communicate with you. You can close your eyes again now. So we can communicate light language with people exactly like you. And so devices are kind of redundant because they are prone to failure, and because we have detected this device is now malfunctioning. So what we would like to do is two things. So I would like you to speak to whoever it is on your planet who authorized the implantation, and I would like you to ask them for permission to remove said device and to bring your team here to seamlessly remove the device without any trace that it ever existed and then heal it. And then I will tell you exactly how you can communicate with and have an even better and deeper relationship with Isaiah from this point forward. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Perfect. So go and get your authorization and let me know when that's approved and bring your team back. Thank you for your cooperation.
I feel that I agree with you. Isaiah doesn't need the device anymore.
Perfect.
I have authority.
Perfect. Excellent.
I'll go
Okay.
and get my team.
Thank you so much.
We are here.
Perfect. Okay. So you're here to remove this device, and I know that you're very skilled. So I know that you will be able to remove it without leaving any trace, mark, or scar, and that you are able to heal and seal that location as though it never existed. So please do this with your utmost carefulness, and I'll leave you to it for a moment and just let me know when you've done it.
It is done.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So you guys can go back to your home location, and I will continue speaking with Glock. So, Glock, can you step forward, please, again, darling?
I am here.
So, human beings now have the ability to receive light language activations and to communicate with you in return in light language and also telepathy. So, is that a way that you would like to continue your communication with Isaiah through light language?
I would love that.
Perfect. Okay, so, oh, I feel the emotion. Yes. So now is your time to give Isaiah the light language activation, please, and then let me know when it's done.
She can hear me.
Perfect. Okay, so Isaiah is also going to do a journey with me to visit her other galactic lifetimes. So what we will do is we will make sure that we come and visit your Glock. Will you help us in that session to come and get her and take her back to your planet for a visit?
I would love that.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And we respectfully thank you for your time today and request leave because now you know how to communicate with Isaiah without a silly little device. You can speak in your own language. Isn't that wonderful news?
That's amazing.
Perfect. Well,
Thank you.
Godspeed and journey safely back to your home location. We shall speak with you again. So that was how we met Glock in the first place in the Spirit Releasement Therapy session. So now let's get on to the galactic travels. All that happened next was that I got Isaiah very relaxed and we took her up to the celestial realms to meet her spirit guides and to catch up with Glock. And as always, we simply identify who's there and on which side of the body, right or left, and how the spirit guide presents in terms of colors, light, shapes, and sensations.
I've got tingles on my left.
Left. And may we find out who's on Isaiah's left hand side, please? You may speak through Isaiah.
I am Glock.
Hi, Glock. How are you?
Good. I miss Isaiah.
I know you do. We promised that we would come back to see you, didn't we? So, are you ready to take Isaiah back to your home planet for a visit?
Yes.
Let me know when you arrive. You'll either be hovering outside or you'll be able to go directly into the planet.
We are here.
Okay, perfect. Now, Isaiah, are you above the planet or are you actually in?
I am sitting on the ground.
Mhm. And tell me, Isaiah, I'm assuming you've stepped into your galactic life avatar. So, how do you feel? Do you feel feminine, masculine, androgynous,
I feel bigger.
bigger?
Yeah,
I think
way
Glock
bigger.
said you were their daughter.
And yeah, they are my mother. I feel, I don't know. I think I feel androgynous. It's not clear.
You can, in some of these planets, you can prefer to be portrayed as feminine or masculine, but actually be androgynous. It's just for human understanding. So, can you describe, please, what you look like?
Not clear. No, it doesn't. It's not definite. It feels like I can change.
Mhm.
But still, Glock is my mother. Knew that from the previous time we met her.
Yes. And do you look similar to Glock?
She looked species different. thing about me being rather on the androgyny alike, and we do look like bigger humans. We have legs and feet and arms, and we look like a humanoid. Let's put it this way, but
Yeah.
not
Okay.
human.
And how old do you feel roughly? I know you don't have human years, but do you feel like you're young?
I feel young. I feel like a child.
Hmm.
I feel like I've stepped back to a time where I was when I was a child and Glock was my mom and she was overprotective before I left the planet, maybe.
And at this time, were you Glock's only child, or did you have other siblings?
I think it was just me.
And can you be like a storyteller today and tell us a little bit about your life? What was your life like?
There is no dad. Either there never was, maybe because on this planet we don't need two parents, or because he's dead or gone or left or whatever. But there is no dad in my daily life.
Mhm.
I spent most of my days with my mom, with Glock. She is both uh, my carer and my teacher. But I do have some kind of school or place I go with other young children, and we have different kind of teachings. Uh, uh, we don't write. There is no written anything. We remember everything, like we have this huge memory.
Mhm.
And when we are told something stays with us forever,
Mhm.
so we don't need to write anything down or to read. We don't have letters or anything of the sort, or books or anything. We don't have clothes either. So our skin is changing with the season, getting thicker when it's cold and thinner when it's hotter. And we don't have hair either on the head or anywhere else.
And how is a child produced on this planet? Is it like human beings where you have physical intimacy, or is it simply that you have a thought and the child is produced? Or is there some kind of incubation period? What's the system on this planet?
I don't know. I feel like we should ask Glock because
Okay, sure. Will you ask your mum? How does it work? Look, how does it work?
it works the same way as humans. But my partner, or Isaiah's father, mm, died very young, not
Hmm.
here anymore. But
Hmm.
for to produce a child, we need two of us.
Hmm. And has it been difficult for you since he died, Flo?
It has been difficult for me. Yes, I have felt that Isaiah does not have enough parents,
Hmm.
basically, that I'm not enough for her.
Okay.
And I'm very worried her about her leaving the planet or growing up and being not protected, not
Hmm.
safe,
Hmm.
because here it's mostly the father's job or the male parent's job to protect the child. And so
Okay.
I have to step up.
And do you still hang around with on Earth? We have the family systems where over time it's changed slightly, but generally speaking, family groups stay together. So parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, all that sort of stuff. They generally stay in contact and help each
No, we
other out.
don't have that. We don't
No.
have family. We
Okay.
have a tribe situation, blood relatives, and it's mostly uh, we create family or tribes if we want to, uh, but not having a partner means that I am not very valuable for a
Mm,
tribe. So I've been struggling to be accepted with my child.
okay. Do you feel like you will be able to repartner?
It's difficult when the child is young
Hmm.
because I need to take care of her. And here, fathers want their own child. So Isaiah is a problem for
Hmm.
remating.
Okay. And tell me, how should we refer to Isaiah on this planet? Do you have a name that you gave her that we can understand, or should we just keep calling her Isaiah for the moment?
Suggest we call her Isaiah because her name, just like mine, is complicated. I told
Hmm.
you that you can call me Glock, but it's not my name. It's
Yeah, yeah,
something like you can
yeah.
understand and pronounce. But
Mhm.
Isaiah's name is way too complicated.
Okay, no problems. Now, can you tell us a little bit about what the planet looks like? On Earth, we have a lot of ocean and then we have a lot of land. We have air that we can breathe, we have humans, and then we have animal species. What's it like on your planet?
So we have more land than water. There is some kind of liquid. I don't know if that is what you call water, but there is a liquid thing. It's not, I think on Earth you have big things made of water. We only have flowing water, like I think you call those rivers. We have those in the that cross our land,
Hmm.
but no
No oceans.
swimming pool, lake,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oceans,
Okay.
whatever big thing. We are not water people. We need the water, but we do not swim or do. All the colors are different because of the light,
Mm.
the orange light. And
Why is the light orange?
we have way less other species on our planet than you do.
Okay.
You have all the animals, we don't. The light is orange because the sun is old. Our sun is old. And
Mhm.
so it's like your sunsets. Light is always a little bit like if it was the sun was setting. Our sun
Mhm.
is going towards extinction, towards turning off, basically. That is why I sent Isaiah away.
Oh, you sent her away.
Yes, with a
Okay.
protective device.
Yeah.
I sent her away as soon as she was old enough so that she would survive. Didn't know if we could survive on this planet.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit? You're speaking to me now, but between each other, do you communicate telepathically or using voice?
Be, on the planet, we don't speak.
Okay, so it's telepathic. Yeah.
Yeah. And also when we touch. when we hug or when I touch somebody else, another hand or something, I can decide to send information through contact
Mhm,
or not, or
mhm.
decide to keep myself closed.
Okay. And tell me, what special qualities, talents, knowledge, healing abilities does Isaiah have in this lifetime that she needs to know about?
Something around feeling, like I was saying, through the touch, feeling other people's emotions and needs,
Mhm,
uh, while connecting to them either through touch or just telepathically. So
mhm.
she can know because she was my boy. And I taught her well how to extend her energy and feel the other people, other
Okay.
humans, or not
So,
humans, but
so like I was telling Isaiah last night that she was like on Earth, she could be like a human oracle card in that she didn't need external devices to help people understand what they needed to do in life, what their best next steps were. So you're validating that, aren't you? That she has this innate natural
yes,
ability.
yes. It's not innate. She was taught.
Oh, she was
She's
taught.
taught,
Okay.
but she
Okay.
knows. Now she knows how to use it. Not all of the people on my planet have this.
Hmm.
I have it, and I taught her or him at the time.
Yeah.
And still there is some learning that can be acquired over experience, over doing it, over experiencing it.
Mhm.
So she has it, but it's not fully developed until she
Starts
practices.
using it. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. And is there anything that you can do today, an activation of some sort, a touch, a transmission that can help her have confidence in beginning this? There's one thing for her to be in a very deep, relaxed state and hear this information, but there's another thing to wake up back into human life and think, oh, how do I go about this? Is there something that we can do for her today that will make it easier for her?
I think we need to hug.
Okay. Well, that's a nice thing to need to do.
I think that's a way that Isaiah can remember
Hmm.
how this works. Oh, she's growing up now, so that she's big enough to hug me like an adult in our species and
Hmm.
not like a child. Yeah, we're hugging now,
Okay, lovely.
and Isaiah needs to relax into this hug and allow for the transmission to be from my energy to hers, from my skin to hers.
Okay, so there's nothing to be afraid of, just relax.
Yes, I think it will be easier for her now.
Thank you. And Desire, how did that feel?
Like coming home,
Oh, nice. Okay, is there anything else that we need to see about your life here before you left the planet? Anything else that would be useful or helpful to Isaiah?
I would like to remind Isaiah of the beauty, the importance of beauty,
Hmm.
and why she sometimes feels that Earth is ugly,
Oh,
and to remind her that she can always close her eyes and be here.
okay. I thought
Oh,
Earth was quite a
I'm getting
beautiful planet.
emotional.
Oh, it's okay, Zaya. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
How is this planet that you are on now more beautiful in Isaiah's eyes? Is it because of the different colors, or what is it that makes it so beautiful to Isaiah?
There is way much more colors, I think, like more. And also, we have been more careful
Mm.
than you humans have been. And we have kept the beauty. We
Okay.
have protected our beauty and our nature.
Hmm.
Maybe because there aren't many species on our planet. So we have been careful about what we have. And we have not destroyed like you humans seems to have
Hmm.
played a lot with your planet.
Okay. And um, look, when you decided to send Isaiah away, were there many options for her? Many places that you chose between?
There were not that many options at the time, like that she was ready for, because they were quite young.
Hmm.
So they needed a place where they could grow safely without being challenged too much. And so humans being warm and a little, I'm sorry, retarded spiritually meant that Zaya could grow on safely.
Okay. So, but how
Sorry.
did this? That's all right. It's okay. It is what it is. Um, I'm not offended in any way, shape, or form. Can you explain the mechanics to me? Because she had your form, and then you sent her away, and then she became human. What's the process in between there? Because she had to take on a human form and come into a mother
The
and be born.
form is a choice. That's why I mentioned the word retarded. I'm sorry. The form is a choice. The form is at any moment we can decide to be something else, to be a different
Okay.
form. The soul, I think you call it, stays the same. So
Mhm.
what I sent away was Isaiah's soul, not
Okay.
her
Okay.
form disappeared as soon as her soul left the planet.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
soul can be re implanted, I guess you would say,
Mm.
into any other form.
Okay.
She was implanted in a human baby,
Okay.
part of
Okay.
the of
Yes.
part of
Yes.
her. Oh,
Yeah.
her soul was part of the human, but not all of it.
Yes. The rest then goes back to what we call here on Earth the celestial realms or the heavenly realms. Yeah. Okay. That's clear for me. And what have you been doing since she's been gone?
We've been trying to save as many of us and of life of this planet
Mhm.
before the sun dies and for everything has to change. But in fact, we've also, or some of us have also been trying to stop the extinction of the sun.
Okay.
And we have managed to slow it down. That's why I'm still here.
Hmm.
And I don't know, I can't tell you if we're going to have to all of us leave or
Hmm.
not. Yet we're still fighting.
Okay. Okay. And so if you have the worst case scenario where you can't stop it slowing down and you need to leave, you can just immediately change your form. Yeah.
Yes, what we'll lose though is our society,
Mm. Yes,
our
of course.
tribes, our organization. because we would have to leave and go, all of us, in different places. We
Mm.
are not a war people, so we won't invade another planet.
Sure.
We'll just disperse,
Mhm.
which is feels sad if
Yes,
we have
yes,
to
of
do
course.
that. And we will have to, all of us, lose our form, which is also sad.
Yes, okay.
Hopefully, we can avoid that.
Yes, okay, okay. And are there any other beings from other planets there that are currently assisting you with this? Like sometimes the creation committee sends people in task forces to help.
I don't know. I don't know. I am not in charge of that part.
Hmm.
I am in charge of saving as many living beings on this planet. So I am not in charge of the extinction, stopping the extinction process.
Okay. And is there anything else that you would like Isaiah to see from her lifetime? Anything else that you'd like her to have a memory of?
I'm not sure. I think that the communication means that you gave me last time
Yes.
means that now we can discuss.
Mhm.
And I think what Isaiah really needs now is some time
Mhm.
to just process all this basically, because with the device that was implanted, she didn't know any of this.
Mm.
She didn't remember me or anything. Now she has everything, and there's a lot.
Yes, there is
So
a lot to
I
process.
think she needs time. And if she wants more information, now she can ask
Okay.
later when she's
Okay.
ready.
Yeah, when she's ready. Okay. And it's the best way for her to ask through.
Meditation and drawing light language.
Yeah.
These are questions and answers at the same time.
Okay. Perfect. I'm just making some notes here, Doc, so that I can pass this on. All right. I'd like to thank you for your time today and for bringing us here. It's a great honor and privilege. And if you would like to help Isaiah to go back to the original resting place back in the celestial realms, then we will receive further instructions from Isaiah's spirit guides and Archangel Michael. Would you mind assisting us to take our leave now?
It's good. It's good. I'm happy
Okay,
now.
perfect. Thank you.
I'm happy to
Alrighty.
help her back.
Okay, perfect. Do you want me to play the bowls again?
No, I think I'm good. I
Okay,
think I
thank you.
can bring her back.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, Isaiah, drift away with Glock. Float away and make your way back to that original resting space where you were. Let me know
Wow.
when you're back on your chair.
I'm back. I'm
You're
back.
back. Okay. All right. Now, I just want to check if there is another galactic location that we need to go to this evening. So, if there is, there will be a new being in your vicinity ready to be introduced.
Oh, that's weird. There's a part of me that says, don't be greedy. You had one.
You're welcome to have two or three. There's no
But there's a blue
limitation.
light.
Through
A
that?
huge blue light, but I don't know if it's Michael or if it's. No, I don't think it's Michael.
No. Michael would
Michael is in my
you would
back.
know Michael. Yeah, you'd know
No,
Michael straight away. Okay, so could
no,
you
there's a blue light, a very shiny blue light just in front of me.
okay, so hello to the shiny blue light. You were with Isaiah and Katish. Is there some way that you can communicate with us, please, via Isaiah to let us know who you are?
So the light seems to be receding, and I can see the being. It's still shiny and blue, but it's less blinding. And they have, it's weird. It's like they're shape shifting all the time. So they can be a fish typey, they can be a winged thingy, they can be a human being. And what I hear is Arcturus.
Oh, okay.
That's their
Arcturian, yeah.
name.
Arcturus is we are talking about an Arcturian species.
I don't know what a Isaiah, don't know what an Arcturian species is,
Okay,
but
okay,
I guess
Katish.
so.
Yeah, Katish does. So,
Good.
um,
At least one of us knows.
so Arcturus, welcome and thank you for coming today. But are you here to take Isaiah on a journey?
Yes,
Yes. Okay, perfect. And what is your relationship to her?
she's my mate,
Your mate.
she's my friend, my buddy, my something like that.
Okay, beautiful. We like that. But would you like me to play the singing bowl so that you can take her back, or are you able to take her back by yourself?
No, I'd like the singing bowls because I think Isaiah is a little puzzled here with
Okay.
another thing.
All right, all right, all right. No worries. Okay, mate. So Isaiah, your friend is going to take you again for another little hop through the multiverse. Now, I've been very keen to visit this planetary location, so I'm quite excited. I need to do is drift and float away. Some point you will go through hyperspeed equivalent.
Yeah, I can feel that.
All you need to do is to let me know when you arrive.
Yeah, we're there.
Perfect. And so what's the first thing that you notice?
That I'm floating
The girl.
above the surface, whatever surface is. But it doesn't feel like water.
Hmm.
It's flying, floating. I don't know. I'm very light and I'm not. I'm, yeah,
Okay.
floating.
And is floating the
But I
normal
have
way of
no,
being? Or can you put your feet
yeah.
on the surface?
Oh, I can. I think that we all can do everything, shape shifting into a floating thing or a walking thing or a swimming thing. If there is any water, I don't see any water right now, but feels like we can adapt our bodies to the around thing. So if it's air, my body will float or fly.
Hmm.
If it's earth or soil, I can walk on it or sit
Okay.
on it.
All right. So what we're trying to do is we're
That's
trying to
really
get
cool.
new talents. I told you it'd be a good journey. What we're trying to do is get a picture of your daily life here. So can you assimilate into the daily life and shapeshift into whatever shape you need to be able to show us around
The,
like a
the,
guided
the
tour.
first thing is it's all about the fun. There is no work per se. There is
Perfect.
nothing like working. It's just about enjoying being alive, basically.
Be like Mintaka
So
then.
yeah, yeah, a little bit, but it's not made of water completely around here.
No, but I just meant
It's
about the fun part.
yeah. No, there is. It feels like it's the mission to have to be enjoying
Mhm,
for the planet to exist, almost like a light. The joy is the electricity that the planet lives on,
mhm,
basically.
mhm.
So our job is to have fun so that we produce the energy or the joy that feeds the planet.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It does make sense completely to me.
Good.
So in what ways do you have fun?
The shape shifting is really part of it. The having fun with the elements. So lying on the ground and watching the sky and then floating in the sky and then flying around. And basically, it seems like everyone is the same age. So we don't have a growing old situation here. Everyone is like a young adult forever. And
Mhm,
it seems like we are born this way and we stay that way until maybe we die, but we don't age at all.
mhm,
So it's like we're born ready to do this. We don't have an evolution process. And maybe there's something around time also, that there is no time in the way we experience it on Earth.
mhm,
So that's why we can have fun we can fly for ages without getting bored because there is no time.
mhm.
So it's either an instant or a decade, and that's the same.
How did you
And
meet your mate? Sorry.
it seems like there's something around butterfly that comes to my mind.
Mhm,
Like we are of a evolved butterfly species. So I think when we're born, we meet the people that are around and then we become friends
mhm.
or not. But
Spectrum.
whatever names we have, they seem to all start with the sound j,
Mhm.
joy, like joy, basically. All the names. So we're all different, but all the same. Also, as if we're part of an ensemble
Mhm.
thingy. Yeah.
And
So we're friends because we are.
you're friends because you are. Okay.
We're all friends.
And what does your friend come to show you today?
More fun. Remember the fun. I think
Isaiah, you're not taking the mission properly back on Earth, are you?
no, I'm not at this minute, or I'm trying to.
Oh, you've done much
uh,
better recently. Yes,
yeah, I've
done
been.
much better
Yeah.
recently.
Mm.
So, uh,
And also the collaboration,
mhm,
because this it seems like here we are nothing alone.
mhm.
We're not. There is no big interest about me or
Yeah, there's no self-actualization
uh,
process.
self success or self in general. And it's more about what can I do for the collective.
Mhm.
And so maybe there's also that Isaiah on earth needs to remember. What do I do for the collective? But the fun mostly. The fact that
Okay.
there seems to be no shoulds,
Mhm.
that even the things that we do and the flying around and the taking care of the plants, there are plants all over the place. All this is not a we have to do it. It's the thing we do, but we do it for the fun,
Mhm.
not for because we have to. And that increases the whole energy of the planet itself. That's what makes us happy. That's what makes the plants grow. And that's what makes the planet go round or turn or whatever you say.
What special abilities or knowledge or talents or healing do you have in this lifetime that would be useful for you to know about as Isaiah?
Two, the first one is faith. Faith that whatever I'm doing is useful to myself, to the planet, to the plants, to the whole shebang.
Mhm.
And the second one is light, as in opposite of heavy.
Mhm.
That light stuff can be as effective as deep slash heavy stuff.
Yep. So just like the word enlightenment means to lighten up, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think
Okay.
that it's one of the things that the Earth Isaiah needs to remember regularly is that it's not because it's deep, it has to be heavy.
Because the too much woman is very heavy, isn't she?
There's a lot of heavy in Isaiah's life.
And is there some kind of activation or transmission that you can, that your friend can give you to make this easier for you, to make these qualities more inherent in your day to day life?
Mm. No, I think it's more of a mission thing. It's more of a how can the Earth Isaiah just spend 1 minute a day floating around on this planet for the sake of
Okay.
doing it?
Okay.
Make it a daily or at least a weekly practice to visit the planet and fly around.
I'll
And
come back to this
remember,
planet.
yeah,
Ah, okay, right. Through meditation, yeah?
yeah, and fly around and have enjoy and remember that this is the mission.
And on other,
But
uh,
I think my friend is saying that I will have to come back. I can't just take it away with me because I will forget again. So it will have to be a
okay,
mission of
okay,
a
right, I
repeating
getcha.
thing.
Okay. So there's no light language activation there?
I think the language is already there. It's called laughter.
Okay.
But Isaiah needs to practice.
But something like I don't know if your friend knows this concept, but yeah, I know there's this thing called laughter yoga.
Yeah.
Should Isaiah be doing that? Something like that.
No, no,
Uh,
it's not something that the practice of laughter is a practice of flying around, basically. If it's giving herself permission to laugh at the beauty, laugh at the love, express the joy, express the joy.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I think that she needs to come every week or so, have a fly and laugh around, and that'll be doing her the best thing, like an immersion in joy.
Okay, perfect. Is there anything else that Isaiah needs to know today about this location or her lifetime here?
No,
No?
not right now.
Okay, perfect. And that, my friends, is the end of this week's episode. I hope that you found this episode interesting. Don't forget to share this episode with a friend. And if you'd like to investigate your own eternal mind stream, then head on over to katish.com, click on the booking button, book your own session on the calendar, and then fill in the intake form. I can't wait to help you thread together the pieces of your soul in all of its wondrous, glorious, fascinating, interesting lifetimes. Until next week, namaste.